Hey, I don't want no friends. I don't want no new relationships. All that shit. Hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, plenty around me, you could call. It's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no fucking publicity. None of that shit. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Man,
basically, nobody Prince family in Houston. Nobody, including the cops. Cops know what it is.
Prince is supposed to be this gangster, you know, this mob figure, and everyone has to, you know, in Houston that comes through has to come and check in. But you know, it's very rare that you would see a mobster or even let's say El Chapo or anybody doing interviews.
The streets are buzzing right now after a major announcement from federal authorities shook Houston. Reports suggest they've been quietly building a case against J Prince for years, operating discreetly, gathering evidence, and waiting for the right moment to make a move. Anyone who's followed J Prince's rise in the hip-hop industry knows the rumors have been circulating for a long time. Many artists have been casting doubt on him and his son, pointing to questionable activities. Behind closed doors, the speculation runs deep. Prince JRB has been linked by some to two high-profile incidents: the tragedy involving Takeoff and the murder of Duke the jeweler. Conversations often turn to those late-night dice games in Houston, where the outcome seems suspiciously favorable to certain parties. Then there's J Prince Seaster, regarded by many as a quiet but influential figure in the rap industry, someone compared to a cartel leader who remains untouchable. No formal charges, no indictments, just ongoing rumors. But that may be changing. Current reports indicate this potential RICO case could become highly complicated, and history shows that when the feds prepare this extensively, they rarely fail.
A check-in where he concerned, Takeoff concerned, is a lie. None of it ever.
All right, let's break this down further, because the way the evidence is stacking up points strongly toward RICO territory. The authorities aren't bringing up J Prince's name without cause. He and his associates are allegedly being tied to several violent incidents, with the list of involved individuals continuing to grow. For years, officials have reportedly viewed him as the leader of what they call a silent rap cartel, someone directing operations from the shadows while others handle the street-level actions. Now here's where it becomes interesting. This isn't even recent news. D records from the late 90s and early 2000s already portrayed J Prince as a decision-maker overseeing an entire operation under the Rap-A-Lot Records brand. Anyone familiar with RICO laws knows they are designed specifically to target leaders at the top, even if they aren't directly involved in the criminal acts themselves. At that time, the case reportedly fell apart because the agents involved were compromised. Fast forward to 2025, and authorities appear to be pursuing it again with updated strategies, new evidence, fresh witnesses, and digital records. This time, even industry figures who once avoided speaking publicly are now voicing their concerns openly. J Prince's name has long been associated with street influence and quiet allegations of extortion, but in recent years, the speculation has grown stronger. One example came in July 2020 when NBA YoungBoy was involved in a dispute in Houston and had personal items stolen. Rather than resolving the matter privately, J Prince publicly stated he had YoungBoy's belongings and could return them. Many did not interpret that as a gesture of goodwill, but rather as a display of power, a signal of control over the city. Such actions do not go unnoticed by federal investigators.
So, I got a call, you know what I mean, because the little homie YoungBoy place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and you know, I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right, because they understand that, you know what I mean, YoungBoy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce. I got your keys to your McLaren. You know, all that they took. And the homie, Shakur, what you got, homie?
We got your Rolls Royce umbrellas. We got your keys. We got a bunch of other shit, so get in contact with us, bro. Get your shit back, bro.
All good. Waiting on you.
But B wasn't going to let that go unnoticed. You could tell by his expression he was clearly upset. Rather than staying silent, he went live on Instagram and told everyone exactly where he stood. With direct, unfiltered energy, he looked into the camera and called out J Prince by name, making it very clear that he doesn't tolerate that kind of behavior and had no intention of getting involved. The streets were paying attention, the blogs were covering it, and at that moment, B made sure his voice was the loudest. Because B couldn't stand it, he took to Instagram Live to tell J Prince that he doesn't deal with those kinds of things.
I don't want no friends, I don't want no new relationships. All that shit, hey, I don't respect none of this shit, man. If you got something for me, plenty around me, you could call. It's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no fucking publicity, none of that shit. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Man.
After that, the situation grew even darker. Takeoff, the calm and reserved member of Migos, reportedly under the protection of J Prince's son, J Prince, was shot and killed in Houston on November 1st, 2022. The streets were already buzzing, but then people began connecting the dots. Some pointed to Kendrick Lamar's song Euphoria, where he rapped about a father being a killer, a junior wanting to follow, and weakness creeping in. Many believe those lyrics were directed at J Prince and his son, hinting at a harsh truth. Few wanted to say aloud, Takeoff's death wasn't the first suspicious event following one of J Prince's well-known dice games. Just months earlier, Duke the jeweler from Chicago won $100,000. Instead of celebrating, his night ended in tragedy. Before he could get to his car, he was robbed, attacked, and fatally shot. Such back-to-back tragedies led people to whisper about patterns rather than coincidences. This is significant because prosecutors look for patterns. If these killings can be linked to power struggles, silencing opponents, or showing dominance in the streets, it begins to look like organized crime. Leaked files even describe the rap industry as a quiet cartel with J Prince under surveillance for years, wiretaps, informants, undercover operations, the whole strategy. By 2024, rumors circulated that the feds had searched his properties, but the case stalled and his empire remained intact. J Prince, unsurprisingly, dismissed all the allegations, stating, "The people who start these stories make lies for a living. I don't have time to deal with their nonsense." However, for federal prosecutors, if they can connect these murders to a broader narrative involving territorial control and street enforcement, that would serve as the predicate acts needed to build a comprehensive RICO case. Once a RICO charge is involved, history shows that the situation escalates rapidly.
Associating me with that Duke the jeweler situation because I went to the Boosie pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I didn't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game isn't the night that he got killed. He got leaving Boosie concert the next night because somebody tried to rob him. So, you know, the internet play internet games. But this is a situation with a dude that I didn't even know. I ain't know his name. I had no knowledge of him. I ain't know he was from Chicago. I ain't know he was a jeweler until social media started trying to point a finger because he was standing next to me, and it's just unfortunate that something transpired after another dice game, but neither incidents had anything to do with a dice.
Adding fuel to the fire, social media amplified the controversy. Leaked videos began circulating involving prominent figures like 50 Cent and Charleston Whiteboy, both making bold claims that depicted J Prince and his son as masterminds, orchestrating long-term operations behind the scenes. The way the clips were edited, the tone, and the subtle references all supported the idea that this was more than just street rumors. It suggested a carefully planned scheme that had been unfolding for years. To some observers, it even seemed like a setup. As one commentator bluntly said, "It's a sucker move to me."
Sucker to me, a sucker pick who he be fight with. Right. Like if you sitting and you go, oh, I'm not going because this. I think I can take him. Right. You want to fight the nigga you think you can beat.
And I called J Prince in them out. I'm saying you.
He didn't say nothing to whack. So when you come talking to me, I feel like you're very selective. This is exactly what I meant last week when I was talking about street is being selective. They got selections of who they think they're gonna get tough with. So I feel there's a must for me to say something, because you can't be selective with us, because we're not the weakest on the chart to deal that with.
No wonder they mob ties. No wonder everybody got to check in, y'all. Now I'm checking in with the police department. Police department told me, hey man, you got a problem with Mr. J Prince. Austin, we hear you got a problem with J Prince. Man, we scared of him. I swear to God, y'all, I just got the call from the Houston's mayor's office and the gang unit police department in Houston, Texas. They are scared of fire to rap a lot. And this is what I'm telling the Houston Police Department. Y'all can suck.
Then, just when the situation couldn't get any more intense, DJ Scholar stepped in and raised the stakes. He openly alleged that J Prince has Houston police officers on his payroll, not merely acquaintances, but supposedly using them to protect his business interests and control his adversaries. Such accusations grab attention both on the streets and among federal agents, because if even a small part of it is true, it means J Prince's influence extends beyond music and street circles, reaching deep into the system itself.
Basically, nobody Prince family in Houston. Nobody, including the cops. Cops know.
Mob TIs isn't just a catchy phrase on a hoodie or the name of a record label in some circles. It's viewed as an entire movement with its own rules, hierarchy, and influence. Behind the music and flashy image, rumors suggest it operates like a corporation, though the business isn't always legitimate. If prosecutors can link these activities to legal operations such as money laundering, extortion, or intimidation, that could be enough to open a RICO case wide, then there's how J Prince, C. Oster, and JRB behave publicly after violent incidents occur. Their statements, tone, and mixed messages, one moment offering condolences, the next dropping subtle digs, all while avoiding full cooperation with law enforcement. To the streets, this looks like controlling the story. To the feds, it's typical of someone trying to reduce their legal risk and protect a larger, more complicated operation. This kind of pattern is exactly what prosecutors look for. They call it consciousness of guilt, and when they spot it, they see it as clear evidence pointing straight to those in charge.
That came here. I wish he would have never came with Quavo. I wish he would have never brought this nigga into Houston, because he can't think. You know what I mean? This whole root of everything happening is from his action. And to be frank, honest about the situation, I wish that bullet would have hit him instead of Takeoff, because he was the one that did.
The key point about RICO is that the leader doesn't have to be directly involved in the crimes. The law holds that if prosecutors can show you were aware of illegal acts, benefited from them, or allowed them within your business, you can be held responsible just like the person who committed the offense. So, even if J Prince never personally threatened anyone or pulled a trigger, the government could argue he created the conditions for these crimes to happen and profited from the results. And remember, money tells its own story. Mob TIs and the network of businesses linked to the Prince name are said to handle millions. If investigators can trace any of that money back to illegal sources like bribes, protection payments, or robbery proceeds, then it becomes a clear case of money laundering, which is central to RICO charges. Those leaked D files have referred to rap as a silent cartel for years, identifying Houston as a key hub and naming J Prince as one of the main figures behind that control. The term cartel carries weight. It means more than just success. It implies dominance. It's about controlling a market or territory, which in this case is Houston's rap industry. Here's the challenge for J Prince, trying to maintain his image of black ownership and independence while distancing himself from dice games, street enforcement, and the violent incidents linked to him and his son. But both in the eyes of the law and the public, that image can easily be seen as the face of an enterprise. Now, with these alleged D files circulating, the authorities have new material to work with. They can revive the silent cartel theory, include recent deaths, add public accusations, and build a case that could shake up the Houston rap scene. The big question is whether this will lead to a full indictment or just become another rumor in the long history of speculation around J Prince. Either way, the streets are paying attention, the feds are watching, and the next move could change everything.